thoughts about this and I'll break you in two. You got it? On the other hand, a bottle of Bonded goes to the man who can tell me when that load of mahogany comes in.
What do you got?
2 carloads of galvanized pipe.
We're in the middle of a depression. You pull a job on pipe.
It's a cold winter. Pipes burst. You can get a lot of dough for this.
Whatever you say, Mike. Just get the stuff to the warehouse and sang about it.
Hey, you take care of the cops?
Yeah. Pal of mine greased his office man downtown. What about the rail bolts?
Ah, they never get to this end of the yard.
Perfect. Even they don't care about pipe.
Bulls, 2 of them.
Bulls!
Happens next month.
Yeah, it's always the same story, right?
Get us time.
All right, hands up, right where I can see him!
Well, Mr. Prosecutor, I thought you only worked at desk.
Agent Robbins,
What do you want, Mr. Johnson?
just hear me out.
Ness should be here.
I took this case to Ness. He's hanging his hat on one hook. Capone, Capone, Capone.
In case you haven't noticed, Capone is more than a full-time job.
That's exactly why I need your help. Merging the Treasury with the Bureau of Investigation will give us a nationwide apparatus to bring down Capone and his like. This could be a big step up for you. Mike Lewis breaks a lot of bones to get his way in the Rail Workers Union.
You chasing trains?
The Bureau of Investigation believes he's behind the rail cop's murder. See, Capone's not the only gangster operating in Chicago.
Capone will remain top priority until Ness says otherwise.
Just sit down, Ness. Pitch my idea to him one more time. Maybe coming from you, it'll make a difference.
Look, I'll give it some thought, all right?
Don't take too long. I'm moving ahead, even if that means putting you in Ness's place.
I'll turn in my badge first.
Then I'll shut down the Untouchables operation. Then both you and Ness will be out of a job. Now, you got one chance to help your boss. My advice is, take it.
Love to meet the guy that invented it. I swear to you, Frank, I could play it all day.
Yeah, sure, why not? That's another 500 I leave.
What are you complaining about? There's a lot more money where that came from.
That's it, I'm tapped.
Come on. I want to show you something. Take a look at this. This is Ball Harbor Downs. It's a racetrack just outside of Miami. Now, this place is surrounded with 30,000 acres on developed land.
Racetracks don't come cheap.
So, I got a lot of money. Already started buying the land all around this place. Now, first we get the racetracks, then we move into the rest of South Florida. We get hotels, casinos, restaurants, nightclubs, amusement parks, the works. And best of all, Ness or any other smart-ass Fed can't touch it, because it's legit.
I don't know, Al. We got good product. A lot of customers right here in Chicago. Prohibition's been good to us, and it ain't over yet. I mean, we gotta grab all the golden eggs before they take the goose away. We're not gonna have another opportunity like this. Besides, got this railway idea I want to talk to you about.
I agree with you. Prohibition isn't gonna last forever. That's all the more reason for us to take as much dough as we can and put it into businesses like this. Legitimate businesses. Clean businesses. I say we take advantage of all the golden eggs we already got. And in the meantime, we let our old reliable business earn us some more. I feel good about this. Real good. I'm telling you right now, it's the wave of the future. 8 ball in the corner pocket for the game.
Gentlemen, this is Dade County in the greater Miami area. A whole lot of property is being bought up in this area by the Brown Furniture Company, which is owned by none other than Mr. Al Brown, a.k.a. Al Capone. Right in the middle of all this is the Val Harbor Downs racetrack. My guess, the track is on his shopping list, too. He's diversifying. He's hiding his money in Florida.
In legitimate business.
All right. I want you working your informants. Keep tabs of all movement to Florida by Guzik and Nitti. I want everyone's full attention on this one.
Elliot, you should look at this. I got it from E.Q. Johnson. I ran into him downtown yesterday.
Oh, well, let me guess. He wants you to talk to me about working with the Bureau of Investigation. Huh?
You know he may be onto something with the BI's resources.
We could become a formidable force against all the gangs. The railroads, they're just the beginning. You want the rest of his speech?
Look, so Johnson is an empire builder. We're chasing the hoods out of bootleg, and they're going to wind up somewhere else. With the Bureau, we'll have a net to throw over them when they get there.
Paul, a joint effort with the Bureau means a whole lot of eyes and ears, and that means leaks. Dangerous leaks.
Look, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing leads right back to Capone.
Fine. You let the Bureau follow it. I need you on this Florida case.
Agent Robbins, this is Special Agent Kosar, Bureau of Investigation.
I heard you. You had a good thing going in Cleveland, top agent there before you transferred.
Yeah, but my boss was a clown. He didn't care for my opinions.
Agent Kosar went on to distinguish himself in Dallas. How we've got it.
Things got a little dull in Texas, and when I heard about the chance to work with Ness and his boys, I jumped at it.
Yeah, who in the BI wouldn't? You guys are good at letting other people do your work for you.
Robbins?
No dirt under your fingernails, just a lot of time writing reports while you take credit for our work.
Hey, listen, T-Man. Just because I work for the Bureau doesn't mean that I like it. Most of those crybabies don't have what it takes. I do.
Gentlemen.
Lower the gun. Just about an inch. You can help a bad tooth I got.
I think I can work with this guy.
Agent Kosar can get to every specialist inside the BI. He's also their best undercover man.
Yeah, that's a rumor that's become a myth. Undercover work is overrated.
You in, Mr. Robbins?
Ness has a new angle on Capone. We're gonna nail him on this one. I need to be there. Besides, we work better without any help from the BI.
You know what I may have to do?
And do it. Ness's case is good.
Well, that's too bad. I would have liked to have worked with you. Especially since Frank Nitti might be involved in this case.
You promised.
You just sit there and listen to the music, huh? Do what I tell you, otherwise I give you a nice little spanking right here.
Frank, good to see you again. Hey, Vic, I thought this was business. This looks like pleasure. A lot of pleasure.
You can use a drink.
Oh, I'm not thirsty.
Mr. Johnny Real's old girl.
What can I tell you?
Frank, the body's not even cold.
Kid's overwhelmed with grief. Shouldn't be left alone in a time of need. Forget about it, Sarah. So who's been in your barber chair lately?
Ford, Vanderbilt, even one of the Stanford boys passing through the trunk. I hear a lot of things they don't want told. Of course, they pay me for my silence.
Yeah, well, that's small potatoes, Vic. We're gonna make a killing with this union thing. That is Lewis. See the best man you got?
Yeah, he's waiting right over there. He's a yard gang foreman. Everyone's afraid of him. We need a little privacy on this one. Mike, this is Frank Nitti. Heard a lot about you, Mr. Nitti.
Yeah, sit down. Gentlemen, what I'm about to say doesn't leave this table.
Mr. Lewis?
You're about to become the most powerful man in the railroad business. Putting you in as head of the union.
Whoever's gonna be tough to beat.
Putting my machine behind you. Vic here's gonna provide the, what do you want to call it, grassroots support?
Why am I so lucky?
I want to form a partnership with your union. It's got $100 million in its bag. It's a lot of walking around money for everybody at this table.
And I plan on running its pension fund.
You can count on us all the way. When do we meet Capone?
Many times, right? So, we're all agreed
To our railroad partnership, an early retirement, and
to the union.
Salud.
Look, I'm not interested in the railroad union, Frank. Florida's a can't-miss deal. Now, why should we get involved in something that's iffy when we got this thing just sitting there waiting for us?
Look, Al, do me a favor. Just listen to this one through one more time. I'm telling you, I can pull it off.
Frank, I've been listening to you. I'm just not interested.
We got a $200 million potential here.
$200 million we make back the first year in Florida, maybe more, with half the effort and none of the risk. I'm right on this one, Frank.
Sure, Al. Joey, go get my coat. Get Lewis. We're gonna get this thing in the works. I'm moving ahead.
Without Al?
You in? Are you out?
I'm in.
Robbins,
Kozar.
why should I talk to you?
I set up a meet with Weber. He's the head of the rail union. 8 o'clock tonight in the car barn. Now, this is where we start on the rail yard shooting if you're in. Come alone, Robbins, and don't be late.
Thanks for taking the time to meet with us, Mr. Weber.
I've been president of this local for 10 years. I never would have suspected something like this.
Well, that's how the outfit guys work when they take over.
Look, we want the men who killed the 2 railroad bulls, and we need your help.
I used to know almost every guy in this local. We've grown so fast lately, there could be 100 thieves out there and I wouldn't know it.
Come on, you gotta know a few bad eggs.
I'm a trusting man. I'd like to think that a man puts in a day's work for a day's pay.
How would somebody know what's on the trains?
Lots of ways.
What's the easiest?
Well, there's a junction a couple of miles from here. A lot of the guys punch the clock there. When the trains come in, they stop there, and everyone knows what's on them.
Where do the cars go from there?
Oh, hell. These rails cover this end of town like a spider web. Chicago and Great Lakes has lines leading to 150 warehouses over 800 miles of track, and that's on the south side alone.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry I couldn't have been more help.
Thanks. We got 800 miles of track. It'd take an army to cover that. I say we start at the junction, see what we can find there.
Now, you're gonna have to take it yourself. I'm due back at the Bureau for a briefing on train heists. They're big on that kind of thing. I'll see you tomorrow.
These aren't exactly ideal lighting conditions, Paul.
Well, what do you think? They're gonna wait until the middle of the day when everybody can see them?
Don't worry, I'll make it work. Because I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Spending a cold night in this weather is not my idea of a fun evening.
Tony, I've been at switch yards, roundhouses, and crossings all damn day. Just take the pictures, okay?
Oh, I love this guy, dressed to the nines for a rail heist.
Get his picture. He's with Lewis. Must be some out-of-town muscle.
We got him on film, let's take him.
No. Still get some evidence to put together. Let's go find out how the fashion plate is.
Hey, Drennick. I could have stayed in Detroit if all we're gonna do is heist rail cars.
Kozar, this is just a sideline. We're gonna put Lewis in as head of the union. And I'm gonna need your help keeping Weber's people in line.
Yeah, what's in it for me?
It'll be an easy union job and more money than you ever dreamed of. I'll call you tomorrow, Kozar.
Maybe Elliot knows who some of these guys are.
Tony, let's not tell him we were out there.
Paul, who's getting these photos?
Look, I'm doing a favor for somebody over at the Bureau of Investigation.
BI? We never have anything to do with those guys. If Elliot finds out, he's gonna have your ass.
You gotta go with me on this one.
All right. We've been through a lot together, Paul. Just remember, Elliot has been there too.
Thought you had a briefing.
It broke up early. I've been researching Weber. He's as clean as they come. Not a hint of foul play in this local. Their last audit, they accounted for everything but 13 cents.
Yeah, that much falls out of my pocket in an afternoon.
Now, we know Lewis is dirty. He's a representative on the union council. He's been known to bust a few heads if he needs to get things done. But Weber, he can never prove anything.
You know who this is?
He's not local?
No, brand new face. Let's see what Washington has on him.
Kozar. Right. Thanks a lot. That was my contact at the Interstate Commerce Commission. He heard that Mike Lewis became a candidate for the union presidency today.
We got out-of-state muscle hanging with Lewis, who is now a candidate for the union presidency. This has got to be Nitti's angle. Put Lewis in charge of the union, Nitti controls the union fund. It's the smart play. You sure you don't know who this is?
No, I've never seen him before.
Not now. I'm running late. I need to know about the Railman Fang.
The union owns it, and that's all I can tell you, Kozar. Unless you get a court order.
Hey, how's this for a court order, Mr. High Finance? Either you fill me in on this bank, or we talk about the Wisconsin property you got with a certain young lady. Maybe your wife would like to sit in on that meeting, huh? Now, As governor of the Federal Reserve Board, you've got to know why this Railman's Bank is suddenly such a hot item.
Railman's Bank's one of the fastest growing banks in the country. They have assets over $100 million, which is mostly the pension fund for the Brotherhood of American Railmen. What, that's some big secret? They're holding back announcing acquisition until the deal closes. Large corporations frown upon disclosure of their assets.
Yeah, well, I frown on people trying to steal those assets.
That would be very hard to do. Railman's Bank, like all the others, is subject to federal regulation. They would have to forge a lot of paper to get that money. It would take somebody very patient and very, very smart.
Yeah, well, I know somebody that fits that bill.
Look, about that Wisconsin thing.
Yeah, I don't remember that much about it. Until I need you again.
It's time for us to have a better retirement plan. What happens when the day comes and you don't want to work no more? Or can't work no more?
Look, I got a wife and 5 kids. Joe Weber gave me the chance to put a roof over their head. And this union ain't never had a better president than Joe Weber.
All Weber talks about is job security. We got that. You vote for me next week and I'll make sure your retirement benefits are doubled. You know I'm good at getting things done.
Yeah, with a 2x4 or a set of brass knuckles. Like them hoods there propping you up.
These men are experienced union advisors.
We'll change his
They're
mind
gonna
if we
help
got
the
to.
Brotherhood of American Railmen to grow. We let the Chicago and Great Lakes Railroad have their way with us.
We're gonna go deal with Weber.
The current president, Joe Weber, won't take on that. I will. It'll change for years to come, but I gotta have your support.
Someone at the New York Central last night got away with a load of rare mahogany wood.
Ouch.
I got the word from Washington on that guy in the picture. His name's Victor Drenick. He's also known as the Razor.
Why do all these guys have to have goofy nicknames?
Drenick's image could use some help. He's a barber. He's also a blackmail artist. Cuts the hair of the rich and powerful in Detroit, gets a big wheel stocking, blackmail.
Any link to Capone or Nitti?
Capone doesn't like outside interference. What's the word on Railman's Bank?
Mucho dinero. But if Drenick's after that, he's gonna have to tunnel through a mountain of paperwork to get to it.
This is perfect for Ness. He knocked Capone out of the dairy union about a year ago.
Hey, we come this far on our own. I say keep Ness out of it. We don't need him.
Ness is the best lawman in the country. I'll make the call whether to bring him in or not.
Don't screw up my case, Robbins.
Or what?
I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna let anybody get in my way on this one.
Been tailing Guzik. He's making a lot of stops at Western Union. Maybe that's how they're transferring the money.
I want a copy of all those transactions.
Well, that's gonna take some time, Elliot. Judge Lyle's out of town.
Well, then I want a wiretap. Let's find out where this money's headed. Where's Robbins? I need that contact list from the Florida DA.
He got hung up downtown. The paperwork's on his desk, though.
Chicago and Great Lakes Railroad has got to know that we aren't going to all day. We got to have shorter hours, better pay.
What the hell are you doing here?
Thought you'd want to know. Elliot found the surveillance photos from the rail yard. Paul, I really think you should go in and talk this thing out with him.
Anyway, this came to you. It's some guy named Kozar. It's a file on Joe Weber.
Paul, I'm in this with you. I'm not gonna let you get chewed up by it.
Thanks. The only way to get the company to understand.
We work for a living.
I'll hit the bricks for you guys. Would Joe Weber do that? Hell no. Mr. Drenick has seen what a strike can do.
It's our boy. Looks like he's a campaign worker.
Take our money. Johnny, I'm sticking with Joe.
Get him out of here.
Hey, fix it. What the hell? Hey,
I sure don't want it this way. But you guys know what I have to do to get the job done.
Okay, this is getting out of hand.
No.
Is it Nitti?
All right, that's enough.
There's a new face.
Oh, what are you doing? I'm not done yet. Wait.
You never told me you could get next to Lewis and Drennick.
Hey, I've been doing this a long time. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah? Since when does the BI approve of the beating of innocent citizens?
Hey, you don't know the first thing about undercover work, so just back off, huh?
Or what, Kosar? You stick your 45 in my face again? Come on, give it a shot.
Mr. Ness didn't teach you much, did he?
What Ness does works pretty damn well. Where were you when he was the only one with the guts to take on Capone?
Hey, you guys do what works for you, fine. Nobody questions that. The same goes for what I do. When you get inside, you better make the bad guy believe that you're with him or you're dead. As long as my life is on the line, I make that call. You want this job to work, then I work my way.
Fine. But no more surprises. What's the problem, Elliot?
You broke the code, Paul.
Code? What are you talking about?
Integrity, honesty, loyalty. All the things that got you picked for this team.
Elliot, I was just trying
to what? Move up the ladder in the Treasury Department?
What are you saying?
Well, you know damn well what I'm saying, Paul. You took the case with Johnson.
Johnson forced my hand. He said if I didn't, he'd fire you. I told him to forget it.
Until what? Promised you more money, better position, what?
Son of a bitch. Is that what this is about? There's more than one way to get Capone.
Are you damn right, Paul? But the minute you go to an outsider, even to the Bureau of Investigation, then we become vulnerable.
Nitti's involved. Looks like he's moving to control the railroad union. There's a bank and a union fund worth millions. This is a good case for us, Elliot.
Us? Who is us, Paul? You and the BI? Look, it might be a good case, even a great one, but who else knows about it? Leaks. That's what makes it dangerous. Now, you willing to risk Pagano's life, Quinlan's life, just to please Johnson?
Look at the case. We need you.
I got work to do, Paul. With men I can count on.
Look at the case, Elliot. Look at it!
Here you go, my friend. Counting on your help. You'll like this. A crisp 20 courtesy of Mike Lewis. Here you go. Couple of days, election coming up. The union election's coming up in a few days. I want you to vote for Mike Lewis.
Yeah? What makes it your business?
He's Mike Lewis's campaign manager. Here to let you know that Mr. Lewis has Andrew Jackson's endorsement.
I know who you are. You're just going to take our money and leave us and our families with nothing. We're voting for Joe Weber.
You've had your say. Now I'm going to have mine.
Hey, come on. Hey! You're gonna vote for Lewis this time, understand?
Stick with Lewis. You'll get to your retirement.
Go stop the car.
Frank.
Hey, Frankie. Where the hell are you?
I don't know. Why don't you make me feel better? Tell me about Vic Dranick.
Vic? He's a good man. Could be useful to us.
Frank, what the hell do you think you're doing? You know Al didn't want anything to do with this union thing.
Frankie. You always with Al, huh? Loyalty. It's good.
Al has always been loyal to me. And always will be.
I know, Frankie. You heard about his racetrack plans. You fit in. What are you gonna do? Huh? Where's your future, Frankie? My future's right here in Chicago. What the
hell you think's gonna happen if Al leaves this town, huh? Everything he has, I built too, and I'll be damned if I see it fall in the hands of some small-time hoods around here. So I pull off this union deal, we get millions. More power. And Al gets his. And I keep mine.
Mr. Hendricks? Listen, what can you tell me about Victor Drennick?
He's the reason I'm not at the Treasury Department anymore.
Never could bring him in.
Blackmail man, right?
Well, he did all right for himself, but that was small time.
There's nothing else in his file.
That's because not everything makes the file, Mr. Ness. You know that. The Purple Gang made a move. 4 hoods were floating on the St. Clair River. Their throats slit. I knew who did it.
Drennick.
That's why they call him the Razor. But I couldn't prove it. There was an agent from BI who tried too. I think his name was Kozar. It's kind of a wild card.
How's that?
Seems he enjoyed undercover work more than he should. I think he liked the danger.
Thanks. You've helped. You've helped a lot.
Hey, how you doing, Frankie?
Al?
Tell you one thing about this game, Frankie. It's all concentration. Concentration and angles. What do you say? Little game 8-ball. $500 a ball.
I'm not in the mood, Al.
What's the matter? What's with the long face?
I really don't know how to say this.
Spit it out, Frankie.
Frank is involved in something. He's going in business for himself. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I found out.
Yeah, neither could I.
You know?
Yeah, I know. I know that he's gone behind my back, and he's planning on going into business with that lowlife Victor Razor Drennick. They plan on taking over the railroad. See, Nitti figures that he can haul more booze into Chicago than we've ever seen before. And at the same time, he can bleed the Union dry. Brilliant plan. But not for me.
What do you want to do?
Nothing, Frankie. We just wait. We'll wait and see what Frank's next move is. Concentration and angles, Frankie. Concentration and angles. And knowing how to set up your next shot.
See you later.
Where the hell is Kosar?
Hope you made the right decision.
It'll take more than a beating from a couple of your thugs to change my mind. Joe Weber's still my man.
Nobody stopped you from voting? As a matter of fact, I hope you voted for Weber. He's gonna need somebody to console him after he loses.
Did you take care of it like I told you?
I got it right here, Mr. Nitti. The balance in here got Mike winning 8-1 margin.
Make sure you get that down to the Union Hall.
I got it covered.
Nitty's here. He could buy votes for Lewis, but he's not taking any chances.
But he's probably got his own ballot box full of Lewis's votes.
Bet you're right.
There's Lewis with the ballots. You know they fix the election if he's got the box.
Let's nail him.
No, we can't hit him now.
We'll catch up with Lewis later. We still got a chance to save the election. They probably made the switch inside. Let's get the real ballot box first.
He said don't move.
You're under arrest for union racketeering and election fraud.
I got these guys. You get downtown and make sure that the right ballot box gets to union headquarters.
I'll call the police.
Go, go.
Cheesy there.
You're a dead man, Cosar.
Looks like Joe Weber's gonna win the election. Robbins just grabbed the phony ballot box.
I wish Robbins would have told me first. It won't stop with the election. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together. It's a picture of Frank Nitti. Nitti wants Joe Weber out as union boss. Weber is a yardmaster. That means he's the one guy at the Chicago Great Lakes who knows the final destinations of every freight car that can't be bought.
I hate to be in Weber's shoes right about now.
Yeah, we gotta get to him before Nitti does. Get Robbins and Pagano, we're gonna need him.
Good morning, Mr. Weber.
Mr. Weber?
For Chicago, now boarding on track 3.
If any civilians get in the way, I want to hear some music. And if Eddie misses Weber, take him out too.
Give me the blade. That's attempted murder. Worse yet, the witnesses are federal agents. You're going down for a long time. We got a lot to talk about.
I don't know nothing, Ness.
You know plenty. We got some union men who'd like to jog your memory. They want to talk to you about your campaign tactics. Where's Drennick?
I said I don't know nothing.
Get him out of here, Tony.
You got it, Elliot. Come on. Look, if you want my badge.
Not a chance. If he'd gotten his hands on that railman's bank, he'd have bankrolled his operation in style. With the railroad, he'd have an unbeatable distribution system. I'd say you did good, Paul.
Look, if we can grab Drennick, we can probably tie this whole thing to Nitti.
Let's pick him up.
What a surprise. How you doing, Frank? Come on here, sit down. So what are you gonna do now, Frank, that the party's over? You played your hand, you lost. I told you it wasn't right.
It's just one hand. Game's far from over.
Yeah, well, you broke from me, Frank. Me, I never turned my back on you. But you broke from me.
There's three sides to every story, Al. Yours, mine, and the truth. Truth is, I've been looking out for you all along. Take a look at this. books from the union. There's 2 account numbers in there money was going to be funneled into. One was for you, one was for me.
So you're looking out for me, huh, Frank?
As always, Paisan.
Give me a hot towel. So what about now, Frank? Looks to me like you're holding all the cards.
We've come a long way together from Brooklyn.
Well, we had a pretty good day.
All that's left is Drennick and Nitti.
Yeah, but that's the wrong play. Oh, Drennick could get us Nitti, but I'm after bigger fish. Scarface himself.
How are you gonna do that?
Oh, by proving to him that I'm his most loyal follower. I went to Capone with Nitti's plan. Al was very appreciative.
And then you killed Drennick.
Right?
You know, killing a small-time hood is not gonna gain you Capone's trust.
No, that's true. Killing an untouchable will.
You're crazy.
Yeah, like a fox. Elliot Ness and the Untouchables get all the headlines, but it's gonna be me that takes down Al Capone. Single-handed.
You've been undercover so long you lost touch with everything that made you want to be a cop?
Hey, how many good men lost their lives trying to get Capone? I'm willing to trade one more to end it all. See, that's what you and Ness never understood. That it takes somebody with the real stuff to get the job done. It's been nice working with you.
Drop it, Kozar. There's an advantage to having a team you can trust. There's always someone covering your back. I said drop it.
You heard the man.
It's over, Kozar.
You're gonna be joining a lot of people that you put behind bars, Kozar. Only this time, they'll know exactly who you are. Enjoy.
Come on, let's go.
They say the punishment should fit the crime.